The fire department was, I had two fire trucks come out to my house on Easter Sunday. We're not religious, so we weren't doing anything for Easter. We were just hanging out.
What? I'm out. I quit. That's it.
So we were just hanging out, and Tiff was upstairs. I was on the main ground, and she was hanging out upstairs with the cats and whatever, and taking a nap or something. Anyway, she comes downstairs, and she's like, I'm going to go downstairs and help my mom with some stuff. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Like half an hour later, I started doing the dishes, and so I'm doing the dishes, and all of a sudden, I have no hot water. Like, there's just no hot water. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm not getting any hot water. So I text Tiff, and I'm like, you're downstairs. Can you check the furnace, the hot water heater, make sure that the pilot's lit? And she looks under there. She's like, yeah, I see a light under there. Should be good. I'm like, shit. Okay, what's going on? So I go out back. We're on gas. So I look. We have 3 big tanks back there. So I'm like, did we forget to pay the fucking gas bill? What's going on? So I look. It's not. They're full. They're full enough that we should be getting hot water. And I'm like, I'm looking at this thing. I don't know anything about. This is like me with cars. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. So I'm like, as I'm looking at it though, I hear like a little tiny hiss, and I'm like, well, that's not good. A hiss can't be a good thing. So I'm like, fuck, do we have a fucking gas leak? So I go in the house, and I'm walking through the laundry room, which is where the gas goes into the house, like underneath on the, on the floorboards or whatever. And I smell something weird. I'm like, something smells weird in here. What is going on? And I'm like, it's kind of rotten egg-ish. I'm like, fuck. So I grab, like, at this point, Tiff's back upstairs. So I grab her. I'm like, come in and tell me if this smells weird. And she's like, yeah, I do smell it too. What the fuck is that? And I'm like, I don't know. We might have a gas leak. So I immediately call the gas company, and they're like, yeah, you should probably get out of the house, get all your animals and humans out of the house, and we'll send somebody over as soon as we can. I'm like, oh God. And by the way, this was like, at this point it was like 6:30, and I was just getting ready to make dinner. Actually, I was going to grill, and I was like, well, I'm not doing that now. So Tiff's like, I'll get the dogs, you get the cats. I'm like, all right. Our carriers for the cats are in our closet in the main bedroom, so it's upstairs. So I go upstairs to find the cats, get the cat carriers out. As I'm walking upstairs, I notice there's like a bag of treats that we keep for the dogs that's completely ripped open and torn apart. Oh. We keep that bag in the master bathroom, which the door is always closed in the master bathroom, because the cats can get in there and get into shit. There's plants in there we don't want them chewing because they're toxic, all that kind of shit. So I'm like, well, that's weird. That bag is always in the bathroom. Why is it sitting out here? And so I walk into my bedroom, and as I make the corner to see where the bathroom is, the bathroom door is wide fucking open. So I guess Tiff left the door open, or it wasn't closed all the way or something, and the cats got in there. And as I get even closer, that's when I hear running water, and I get in the bathroom, and the bathtub is on, and it's the hot water side. So hot water has been running in the bathtub for, I don't know, an hour and a half. Oh. I should clarify here, it was the cats that turned on the hot water in the bathtub.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Thankfully, the plunger thing wasn't down, so we probably would have known that sooner.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, well, I turned that off, didn't think of anything of it, and then I because I'm in like, I got to get everyone out of the house mode still. I'm like, I'm still thinking we have a gas leak, so I get everyone outside. And that's when I texted Tim and Joe, and I'm like, I told them what's happening, and Joe's like, you should probably call the fire department. I'm like, yeah, I guess I probably should do that. And I did, and they were there in like 5 minutes because they're literally like right around the corner. So
also the fire department, they actually, show up. Anytime I've ever had anything of emergency, like fire department's there in about 20 seconds, and then everyone else kind of shows up with.
Yeah. So it starts with one fire truck, and the guy gets out, and he's like,
you know why that is, right? It's because they're not really doing much most of the time.
And I show him, and he's like, all right. Well, I point him in the direction. I don't go in there. He's like, all right, well, let me get my gear on. I'm like, oh shit. He has to like go in, obviously with like full gear, and he's got like this. I'm sure you know what it is, Joe. It's like a tool that measures to see if there's actually any gas in the house, right?
That is the actual name of it.
The gas checker thingy.
They usually are for gas checker. They check for CO and hydrogen cyanide probably. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
If they go blinky, then it's bad. It's like the thing in the Ghostbusters, basically.
Right.
Out the arms, they go up.
Yeah. Anyway, they go through the whole house. They don't find anything, and they come back out, and they actually showed us a little device. They're like, here's what we're measuring. Here's what we're looking for. There was nothing on here that signified anything. So you guys are good. But they left, and while they were doing their thing, I got a call from the gas company, and the guy's like, "This is now it's like 7:30," and the guy's like, "I'll be there in a couple hours."
Oh my god!
I'm like, "Well, do you have to?" I was like, "The fire department was here, and they just said they don't." I was like, "Well, you said gas leak, so I have to come." I was like,
Oh god!
So we're watching The Last of Us, and doorbell rings. I go meet the guy. He actually did find like there was a little like knob thing on the top that was, they do the soap thing and to see if there's any, like you put soap on there to see if there's gas, and there was a little bubbly spot with that he found. So he replaced that. So I guess it was worthwhile. And so while he's checking out the tanks, I'm out there with him, and he's just asking me about like what happened, and I'm telling him, and I told him about the cats in the bathtub, and he's like, "Oh, well, interestingly enough, if there's like," he said something like, if hot water's running or something's happening, these tanks can like disperse gas from one tank to another to like, even out the levels or something. I don't know. He's like, when that happens, you'll hear a sound, like a hissing sound. I'm like, oh.
No.
So I'm sure that's what it was.
Probably.
So anyway, that was my fun Easter Sunday.